All right, guys, welcome back. So today, Monday, December 16th, SoundHound stock, SoundHound AI. So what I'm watching from here. So we did talk about this one many times, and a lot of people seem not to understand support resist. Support is your basically demand zone where there's less appetite to sell the stock. Resistance, this is where people try to take some profit and there's more supply than demand. As soon as these levels crack, as soon as there's little bit more demand, these levels tend to crack. You can see you have to be keeping an eye on volume for that. And stock is trading right now at all-time highs. And when stock trades at all-time highs, nobody knows what's the resistance is. So it can go as high as it can. And on my thumbnails, $20 plus it's not a clickbait. On my previous videos, 20 for this stock is a psychological level. Just like it had a little bit of a hard time staying above 15 because 15 way back when it went public, it was the highest closing price. That's where it came from as a resistance for me, and it almost closed at 15 for one day, but then it did take some tests. Pullback after this huge move. You can consider it sort of a digestion, and volume was declining as well, and that's why I figured that it's not gonna be a short unless it starts going down with volume. And as soon as it started pushing above 15, it broke that level, and volume showed up again. You can see on Friday it had 100 plus million volume. Today so far it's trading 126 million, and there's still like 2 more hours ahead for the day. So 20 psychological level I'm watching. In terms of option activity, this stock is very options driven, and also it has very large the IV is pretty high. Put to call ratio so far 194,000 calls being traded, 84,000 puts being traded. So there's definitely more calls being traded. But if you take a look at the contracts that are being purchased at the asking price and the puts and calls, pretty much same amount, 30% of the calls being purchased at the asking price, which means these people are bullish and they're buying. And I wanted to see if people are making some crazy bets. Well, there's not much of a people coming in with excitement attacking one certain price. So I'm not seeing in terms of option activity crazy outside of the money calls. Yeah, there are some calls in the money. 1750 for December for this week, 1750, 1750, 1750. This seems a bit popular for December expiration. And for January, I'm seeing some $20 calls. That's it. There are some 25s, but it's for this week. I'm not sure about 25 this week, but very likely. But I will be watching this name still to the upside because volume is there. As long as there's no negative news. The only thing I was talking about last time was it's keeping an eye on SEC filings when it comes to these small cap, mid cap names where, companies are not profitable, right? You have to keep an eye on for some dilution headlines where, of course, sometimes stock digests it very quick and it pushes higher. But on that day, it can also flush. So far, I'm not seeing anything for SoundHound. And the reason why, they might do that, well, we can take a look at their revenue for the last couple. Let's take a look at ever since they went public on a quarterly basis. Actually, they have been, we have some numbers here for 5 years for SoundHound. You can see, they don't make money. It's like to be a $6 billion company, $6.5 billion so far, pushing towards $7 billion. 2023 revenue, $45 million. On a quarterly, if we take a look at it, maybe 2024, it's somewhere around similar, maybe 13, 25, maybe 50 million so far this year. They're going to make maybe 75 million so far. It doesn't worth this much, right? In terms of capitalization. But what matters for the market is growth. Okay, when you're at the growing stage, it likes to see that your numbers are growing, and their numbers were growing, I mean, pretty good. I mean, at this stage you will be showing those, and they might need money to expand, right? So that's why I would be keeping an eye on that one. And these are the levels. So 20, your psychological level. If it goes above, nobody knows how high it can go. You just don't want to be greedy. And if you are making, let's say, 500, 600% on your options, I mean, you tend to, I mean, I tend to lock my gains very early on and then let the house money run. So, but again, these videos are not a financial advice, purely for entertainment purposes only. And I'm watching this name still to the upside. So thanks for watching. Thanks. See you in the next one.